YouTube channel, throughout social media. We will get you out of here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. That's what we do here on the Drive Thru, Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and serve our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners at professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Play. So let's take a peek at who's on the show here with us for today. All right, with us is Alex Smart with us. We've got Shane Mickle, Wayne Scott, Jay Briggs, looking for Damian Sosh. Tony Brown will be a late scratch, but we do have his pick. And here's how the lineup for this evening. Smart. Well, hopefully we can find Sosh, Mickle, Briggs, Scott, and then I will close this one out. All right. NBA on the board tonight, 7-game card. Lots of conference tournaments action here for a Tuesday. Some major conference in action. Of course, it's the bottom rung teams you see here usually on the Tuesday and Wednesdays, right, until the quality comes in later in the week. But a lot of mid-major good quality stuff as well. Looking forward to that Gonzaga of St. Mary's later tonight. So let's get this show underway. Let's go ahead and welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. He's been on absolute fire over on the website on the premium side. Alex, what's happening?
How you doing, Tony? We're going to attack some college basketball tonight. We're going to go with a total I see on the board, and this total comes from the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, and it involves Niagara and Siena. Now, Siena this season has had, a horrible offensive season. I mean, the first time the teams met, this was a very high-scoring game. Siena pulled it out. But you know what? Overall, they're one of the worst offensive teams in the country. Things just got progressively worse as time went on. Now, here we are tonight, and they're expected to possibly be without their star, Dur Gordon, and their starting point guard, Zach Tekin. And, they have enough time. They have enough problems moving the ball, with consistency and at a high pace. And they know their limitations, and they're a pretty slow team. The second time these teams played this year was a very low-scoring game, and I'm looking for that type of game here tonight, based on how I know that Siena is going to have to play this game. And Niagara has no problem in the half court anyway. This is a team that loves to play in the half court. They love to slow everything down. They love to grind, and you're just playing into their game plan. And unfortunately, Siena is being forced to do this, but we also get the opportunity to back an under game here. The last time these teams played, there were 61 possessions, 125 total points. Don't be surprised if we don't see much more than that. Take the under.
All right, Alex Smart says Siena and Niagara to go under total here of 130.5. Yeah, Siena, the worst offensive team in the Metro Atlantic. This team has really hit bottom. And as we mentioned here, these teams just met here not too long ago, March 7th, and they combined for just about 125 points. So that one went well under the total. But again, Siena just really can't shoot.
No, they can't shoot. And with their key players at less than 100%, Tekin and Dur Gordon, it's just going to be one of those nights. And even if they do play, I just think that it's going to be one of those games. Siena doesn't have much choice here other than to grind it out. And it's just like it's Russian roulette with 6 bullets in the chamber. We'll put it that way. There's just no way around this. And, other than a miracle, also Niagara should just run over them in a very low-scoring game.
There you go. Siena Niagara under 130.5. This one will have a start time here of 9:45 Eastern Time. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, we do have we're into March Madness. A lot of conference tournaments action up there as well. We do have action on the board here from the NBA action. A big card, 10-game card here on the ice as well. NHL in full swing. Alex producing great numbers here. 3,056 units of profit. All document over at Pick Dogs Premium. What do you have going on over at the site?
Tonight, I just, I have some limited action because I like to, I'm pretty careful with the beginning of a lot of conference tourneys, especially as the Power 5 tourneys move forward, the big teams and big conferences, I should say. So I'm just going to go with one total tonight that I really liked, and from the ACC, and I've got one NBA selection tonight. We also have to be careful with the NBA this time of year, as Mr. Briggs pointed out. And so we're going to go with a total on the Bucks-Kings game. And that's it. That's what we have for tonight. I'm sure I'll have a lot more action as the week progresses.
That's right, guys. Get away with Alex Smart over at Pick Dog Premium. You see the great results here from Alex over for 2024. 3,056 units of profit. No better time now to get those long-term passes. Remember, that 1 month pass will cover the entire March Madness tournament, all the regular conference tournaments now, the minor tournaments, NIT, CBI, CIT, as well as, well, hockey, NBA, and of course the first 2 weeks of baseball. Baseball, 20th and 21st begins with that 2-game series in Korea, and then U.S. opening will be on March 28th. So a couple weeks of baseball in there as well with that 1-month pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Multi-capper discounts available as well. All right, Alex, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again in a couple days.
Can I ask you one thing, Tony, before we leave today? I'm going to ask a question about what's your futures outlook on this year's college basketball championship? Don't tell me. I don't want to. Everybody tells me Houston all day long. Houston. Oh, no. I want to hear a different answer. Please.
No. Houston is not definitely on my list because, again, this is a team that goes through. I don't want those teams that go through droughts offensively because they just drive you nuts. We've seen teams like this where they're just all defense, not a whole lot of offense. They go on that glut. They go on that 10-minute glut when they score 2 points and they end up losing as they get around the Elite Eight or deeper. But a team that's kind of been on my radar, the way they've been playing of late, especially looking at the odds here, it was a team that caught my attention. It was North Carolina was one that caught my attention, the way they've been playing. And I wouldn't be surprised if BYU makes a deep run. That's a team that had very low expectations for, but they held their own there in the Big 12, and they were able to handle that schedule. And that really caught my attention. So a little dark horse I'll look at is BYU.
Yeah. I like North Carolina too. I'm on your side for that one. So, yeah. Thank you.
You got it. Thank you. Alex Smart here on the drive-thru. All right, we'll continue here on our show, guys. Newest feature now here on the drive-thru is our Ask the Chat segment where we pick a chat pick of the day, and we're ready for one today. It's one of the big ones not covered on our show, so we need the chat to give us the pick on this one, right? You came in with a winner yesterday, right? Congrats to the chat with the Golden State Warriors. Chat pick of the day, Gonzaga and St. Mary's, 9 Eastern Time, ESPN. If you like Gonzaga, type A. B is St. Mary's +3, Gonzaga -3A, St. Mary's +3B. If you like the over 138.5, it's C. If you like under 138.5, it's D. So get those votes in the chat. Yesterday, you guys came in with a winner. Now, since we've done this, the chat is 2-1 as they came in with a winner yesterday with the Golden State Warriors. So get those picks in there right now. There, if you like Gonzaga, lay the 3A, St. Mary's +3 is the B, and of course you see the over and the under. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We'll continue now here. Next up, we're going to go ahead and welcome in. Well, let's see, we've got some folks here not signed in, so we're going to go continue with college hoops, go right to Shane Mickle. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. I will bring Shane in right now. He was telling me he was going to check out some college hoops here. Bring him in right now. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going? I love that North Carolina pick, Tony.
Yeah, right. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's a team I'm really looking at now. No doubt about that, and the odds look very, very good. I mean, you go in there and Duke, and that was pretty impressive win there. And here we go tonight. ACC tournaments. We know the games you get on Tuesday and Wednesday in these big conferences. you know what you're getting here, right? We saw some of it this morning, but you can find some winners here. Miami and BC. Miami favored 2.5, total 149.
Yeah, if you had told me coming into the season that Miami would be playing on Tuesday in the ACC tournament, I told you you're crazy. I thought this was a team that could make a run, but injuries have hurt this team all season, and they just really haven't found an identity. And it's a little late in the season to be finding an identity. When their offense has been good, their defense has been bad. When their offense has been bad, their defense has also been bad. They just can't seem to find an identity. And then the big key in this game is Nigel Pack. He's questionable for this game. He's been out a while. Even if he plays, I can't imagine he's 100%. He's probably going to try to give it his all if he does play. But I can't see him being more than 50 or 60%. He just wants to go out there and help his team win if he does get in the game. These teams just played. Boston College was able to win that game by 10. And the one thing I'm encouraged about by this Boston College team is that as of late, their defense has been good. With the inconsistency of the Miami scoring, I think I just don't know how you lay up 2.5 points with a team that's 1-9 in their last 10. On paper, these teams are pretty even. I've got to take the points here with Boston College.
All right, we got Shane here. He's going to go ahead and take the points here with BC in this spot at plus 2.5 here against Miami. Yeah, Miami has been one of the bigger disappointments. A lot more was expected out of this team. And I've just seen a note here. You get to Boston College, when you combine their numbers here on the road in neutral course, they have shot the ball pretty well, over 47%.
Yeah, and I mean that's gonna be a key here. This Miami defense has not really done anything all season against anyone. Um, so yeah, I think their offense will be plenty good here to keep it close. I really think they could win this game outright, but I think especially now this line's moved to 2.5. It's always nice to have those extra 2.5 points in your pocket.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And just look at the lose streak for Miami down the stretch. They've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 straight losses over their past 5 games, hitting just 38.9%. You think there's going to be a turnaround after you lose that many games? It's been just a disappointment here. 6-14 in the ACC, and a lot of as you say, a lot of losses late here in the regular season. Looks like it's one of those let's just pack them up.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
It sounds like they're gonna bring Jim back for another year, but I just I mean he's old. It might be time to just move on and get a fresh start. But I'm sure they want to send him out, the way he wants to go out. But this should be one of those opportunities where he just decides to resign and retire instead of firing him because.
And this is I saw a bit of a change in corporate world when automation took over handwriting things, and I noticed it was some of the more veteran personnel management people having the biggest issue with transitioning in that system. I kind of compare college basketball to that transition where we went from manual to automation. And I see here going from not paying players to paying players. It just seems that the more experienced veteran coaches are the ones that are more resistant to this change.
Yeah, well, don't even get me on the NIL. Did you see, off topic, but did you see Saban's comments today?
Oh, yeah.
How the attitude changed while he's living in his $20 million mansion? Give me a break. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, you see it with Dabo. I mean, they have to adapt to the new world of NIL. They might not like it, but they want to keep their job. It's what it has to be. And yeah, some of these older coaches, they still seem hell bent in their ways of 3-a-day practices and that type of behavior that kids just aren't wanting to do these days.
Yeah, they're just if you can't adapt, you can't succeed. That's the way the world happens, man. Again, this is a big change in college sports, and if you're not on board with it, probably like Chip Kelly, get the hell out. So I mean, at least give the guy credit for just getting out. So there we go. Boston College here plus 2.5 here against Miami. This one tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I know you'll be going over to the Big Ten tournament, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the next couple of days of the Big Ten tournament. Tickets are too cheap to pass up, and I've decided even if Kansas plays in Omaha, I think I'm gonna skip it this year just because it feels like it might be a waste. I really don't want to see that team lose in the round of 64. But the Big Ten tournament should be interesting. There's a lot of not so good teams. One team I'm really interested to watch is Ohio State. Can that team do enough to convince the committee that they deserve a spot? I mean, if you just take their last couple of weeks, they definitely deserve a spot. But will it be enough? I'm not quite sure.
Are you going to the games tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow and Wednesday.
Tomorrow and Wednesday.
Or tomorrow and Thursday.
All right, we saw Michigan. Penn State is just ballooned from an opener of 4. They're now up to 6.5 against Michigan.
Yeah, I mean, I might have to bet that Penn State team, that Michigan team. It doesn't. I wish there was live betting in Minnesota because if Michigan got out to a lead in that, in that spot, that'd be a spot to take Penn State because you know what that team does down the stretch. They just blow everything.
Boy, to me, this is a tough one to pick here. Rutgers, Maryland. Maryland opened 3. Now Maryland up to 3.5 against Rutgers. Rutgers, I mean, those teams are tough. The all defense, poor offensive teams are always hard to gauge.
Yeah, you never know who's going to show up with that Rutgers team. That's a team I've stayed away from as of late. It seems whenever I like them, they struggle. Whenever I hate them, they do well. They've been a hard team to figure out. I'm impressed that Rutgers has kept together that recruiting class for next year, though.
Yeah, I'm looking at an opening line here. I don't even believe this one. Cincinnati and Kansas tomorrow. Cincinnati 1 point. I think this is wrong. 1? Can that be right? I don't know. There may be some there may be some screw up there in the send out because I can't believe Cincinnati.
I mean, Cincinnati should be favored by 5 or 6 in that game.
Really? Wow. Oh yeah, the injuries. That's right. That's right.
Well, yeah, Kansas doesn't have Dickinson or McCullough.
That's right.
They have no bench. Yeah.
That is right. I got to get my head together here.
Yeah.
That's right. So
if it's really opened, 1,
it opened 1 Cincinnati.
Get that bet in now. Run. Cincinnati -1. Run there.
There you go.
Bet that.
All right, you can see Shane typing away, so you know what's going on. All right, Shane. Shane here on BC +2.5 against Miami. This one tonight, 7 Eastern Time. ACC Network is where it's televised. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs. Exciting time of the year with all this college hoops in action. Picking off some opening numbers as well. You know, this is a great time right now as these teams lose. They put lines up for tomorrow's games, or win. They put up games for tomorrow, odds for tomorrow's teams. Shane, having good results over the past 7 days. Lots of college hoops in action, NBA action on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've had a nice start today, 2-1 in these early afternoon college basketball games. I've got 3 plays left up there, 2 NBA, 1 college basketball, $39.99. But there's no better time to hop on long term. March Madness is when I usually make my money. I plan on doing it again this year. I'm hot over the last 7 days. I plan to continue that all the way through March. So no better time to hop on that 7 or 30-day pass. Especially that, 30 days is great, but that 7-day pass with all the plays that are coming this weekend with those conference tournaments, no better time for that.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results here over the past 7 days. I know better time to get the long-term pass. Remember that 1-month pass gets the entire March Madness package, all the tournament action, conference, NCAAs, NIT, CBI, CIT, as well as all the basketball, NBA, NHL. A couple of weeks of baseball is opening day here in the U.S. is March 28th. In Korea, March 20th. So get on board. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, Shane, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week because I know you're going to be over in watching the tournament this on Thursday. But, of course, let everybody know you can always catch your written work over at Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place and occasional visits there on the weekends shows.
Yeah, definitely make sure to check out both Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. I've started a new article every day on Sports Chat Place. It's a DraftKings Pick Six. They've come out with something like Prize Picks and them come out with. So I've done a Pick Six every day, found some success in that. So make sure to check that out along with, all the other free picks and of course soccer and UFC over at Pick Dogs. I'm covering both of those too. So the videos are great. I love getting some information from the videos too. But remember, there's always free picks and the writing on both sites too.
That's right, guys. So make sure you check out Pick Dog Sports Chat Place. Look for the written work here from Shane Mickle and your features there offered there on the sites. All right, Shane, as always, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week. And, of course, enjoy the Big 10 tournament.
Thanks. Have a good weekend, everyone. Enjoy some college basketball.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive-thru. Guys, if you ever miss a pick, we always recap at the end of the show. Just make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead, let you know what the chat pick of the day is for today and give you some updates here on early round voting. We always, newer feature here on the drive-thru is we ask the chat to pick the game. This game is not covered on the show today, so we're giving it to you. Gonzaga and St. Mary's. If you like Gonzaga, type A in the chat. If you like St. Mary's +3, type B in the chat. If you like the over 138.5, type C. Under 138.5, type D. So early round wagering here, early round picking here. We're seeing here 2 so far on Gonzaga. So not a whole lot of love here. We're getting some B's coming in right now. So we got a B in there, we got an A in there. So far 3 for Gonzaga, 1 for St. Mary's. We're getting an under and an over already in there, guys. And another one for Gonzaga coming in. That was our man Alexander. Got our man James Thrower coming in here with Gonzaga. So far Gonzaga ahead in this early round. Here, some people. Well, let's give us one. I don't want the 2. I don't want the 2 to cross it up. This is the chat pick of the day, so we just keep it to 1 so we don't get kind of crossed up a little bit on everything. So although that might be a good idea moving forward. But anyway, we're getting Blake coming in with the D with the under the total there. So chat pick of the day right now. Gonzaga up with 5. Now make it 6. And 1 choice for St. Mary's. All right, so another one coming in with the J-Man coming in. So 7 on Gonzaga, 1 on St. Mary's, and another one coming in on Gonzaga. Wow, we're up to 8, and we got another under. All right, we're gonna continue here on the show, but you guys are really St. Mary's right now is in trouble here according to the chat because Gonzaga is just absolutely pounding. I mean, pounding. St. Mary's here in the live chat. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We're bringing Jay in right now, ready to roll here. More coverage here from the NBA. Let me see. I might have went too far. I did go too far. So let me go back here on my switchboard. and bring in Jay Briggs. Of course, you guys can catch him in the mornings here on that morning show. During the week, it's 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Jay, what's happening?
Man, they not liking my B in the chat.
No, man, they are just no, they're not. They're not liking it. I mean, they're just it's been dominant right now with this Gonzaga is just kind of running away with this, huh?
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be a hell of a game tonight. I don't have a official play in the game tonight. If I were to play it though, as I said in the chat, I probably would go B, St. Mary's. We've seen them get them a couple times. You know, is anybody surprised it's these two in this game? I don't think so. So I think it's going to be tight. I think St. Mary's has a legitimate shot to get them outright. So y'all know me. I love my plus money. If I were to play it, I would take St. Mary's outright money line.
Welcome to Jay's Island, because Jay is on an island right now. It has just been all the Gonzaga here in our chat pick of the day. So we'll see how it rolls. All right, tonight NBA action here. Clippers home to the T-Wolves. Clippers 6.5, total 215.
Hey, man, this game has a lot of injury news still looming up in the air. The thing is, and the reason why I still wanted to come and talk about it with you guys here on the drive-thru is it's on TNT. So we know it's a big national televised game. Shaq, Ernie, and the crew are going to be there. So with that being said, in all honesty, I thought maybe the injury news would be cleared up by this time, but with this being a 9 o'clock start time, of course it's not. I think mostly everybody plays here. I do. I think Paul George and Kawhi both play, and I think Anthony Edwards, Kyle Anderson. I don't know about Rudy Gobert, but I think Anthony Edwards and Kyle Anderson play, and I'm praying Rudy Gobert does. In the event that happens, I'm going to stick with the same thing I've been saying all season. I think the Clippers are just overvalued. That's my argument when fading the Clippers. They have a lot of household names: James Harden, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard. You know, a lot of guys that have been superstars in the NBA for quite some time. And when that happens, the public perception is that this team is better than what they are. And a lot of times they're laying more points than I think they actually should be laying. If the Timberwolves were healthy here, I think they would be live dogs. I still think they're live dogs. You've already seen Minnesota beat them 2 of the 3 meetings thus far this season. I want the points in my back pocket. Of course, I want the injury report to clear up, but I like the Timberwolves to come in here, lock up defensively, and keep this game competitive tonight.
All right, Timberwolves are late. Actually, not late. Take the 6.5 here. Take the 6.5 here with the LA Clippers. We're not going into the alternate universe here with this one. So let me go ahead and fix this one. Although I know some of those folks may do that because what they think about this Clippers team. And I had that funny feeling, man, after the All-Star break about this Clipper team. Everybody, high accolades, and I thought about it. I said, they are kind of safely away from that play-in round, but really, what does 1 through 6 really matter? I'm just thinking about so competitive now. I can just see this veteran team just take the foot off the gas, go back into their slow motion, into the, let's just be healthy for the playoffs mentality that this team has had ever since Kawhi's been here, right? It's just, let's don't get hurt. Let's watch our footsteps. Let's look at the ground before we take a step. All this stuff that hampers this team. It just seems to me, collectively, they might have just decided, hey, let's just get to the postseason healthy.
Yep, and I'm right there with you, Tony T. I think that is what this team's vibe is right now, and that's why they haven't been a great ATS team coming out of the break. When they're playing, their best brand of basketball, they're one of the best teams in the West. We saw that earlier in the season. But on a consistent night-to-night basis, I think that they're not going balls to the wall, and the numbers may suggest that they're better than what they are going to put out on a night-to-night basis, hence my overvalued argument. Hey, will they be competing in the West this year? Yes. Would I be surprised if they made it to the Western Conference Finals? No. Would I be surprised if they went out first round? No.
Yes,
so
that's right.
We're going to have to see what happens here with the Clippers.
That's the Clippers, man. That's the Clippers. They're going to go into the playoffs with no momentum whatsoever. That's how it looks to me. It's just I mean, all these guys sitting right now, and we're starting to see, interesting in the East, we're starting to see the Knicks start to play kind of defensive style. And one thing to note, if you look at the efficiency ratings, you're noticing a lot of totals going under. The reason why is we're starting to see the pace of play start to slow down for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, I started to notice that too, Tony T. We're getting closer to that lock-in time. We know postseason and regular season basketball in the NBA are two totally different things. It's almost night and day. Like, I know some people say playoff hockey and regular season hockey is different. Playoff football and regular season football are different. But I feel like the NBA, it's two totally different games. Regular season and postseason. You know, the stars play longer minutes. The benches get shorter. Defensive possessions matter more. And I think, we're starting to see teams start to gear up and get ready for that. And you're starting to see the bad teams be bad and the good teams start to gear up and be good.
There we go. Jay on the team was your plus 6.5 against the Clippers. Here's an update on the chat pick of the day. 13 Gonzaga -3, 1 St. Mary's +3. Can't buy a B. You just cannot buy a B, Jay.
Can't buy one, man. We'll see, man. Let's go.
Let's see how this goes. Let's see how this rolls here. T-Wo's here plus 6.5 against the Clippers. Your TNT doubleheader game tonight. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Premium for nice action. Lots of action here on the NBA as well as action in college hoops. Wall-to-wall here games from the conference tournaments now. We're hitting a high gear, a little bit of action on the ice as well. A lot of action on the ice tonight. Jay enjoying 3,149 units of profit in the NBA. There's all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. So you verify those numbers. Just go to Jay's handicapper page and check this out. I know we're into March Madness, but we don't take our eye off the ball, man. And any of the balls out there, whether it's on the pucks, the baseballs, the basketballs, we're our eye on all these sports. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Hey, man, like Tony T said, it's March Madness. I didn't have the play today in March Madness. I will most definitely be active tomorrow as the tournaments really get active tomorrow. So I'll have some college hoops for sure for you guys tomorrow. If I were to play college hoops tonight, it would be St. Mary's money line. That's my college hoops play for you guys tonight. But at the site, I have 3 plays in the NBA, man. We've been red hot there recently, 72% for the week. So we're just trying to keep the momentum rolling forward. You guys can scoop up those 3 plays tonight, or you can scoop up my NBA play of the day. We're looking for our 8th straight on our NBA play of the day today, man. We're rolling right now, trying to keep it rolling. You guys can scoop that play up or hop on something long-term. Like Tony T said, man, it's March. You know what March is. March Madness, college hoops, NBA gearing up for the postseason. And don't forget, baseball on the horizon. She'll be here really, really soon. So if you hop on a month pass, you get my baseball plays in there as well. So, and I'm active on hockey sometimes too. So make sure you hop on something long term. Pair me up with one of the guys here on the show, and let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. That's
right, guys. Kick the crap out of the books. Don't get too consumed in NFL right now. They're not playing games, guys. I just want to remind you about that. Get on board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. 3,149 units of profit. Remember that 1 month pass gets you the entire NCAA tournament from Jay, all the minor tournaments as well, conference tournaments now, NBA, NHL, and that first 2 weeks of baseball in the U.S. opening day, March 2021 opening in Korea. And Jay, I know for those big bettors out there, you have that all-access plan.
I have my all-access club. Another amazing night for those guys last night. If you're trying to bet the NBA big nightly, you should think about seriously joining my all-access club. It's for the guys specifically looking to bet big and get big profits. So it's a higher ticket to get in, but the guys are enjoying tremendous profits for the season. It's that next level premium service that they have offered me. If it's too much for you, I understand. You can watch the jam session every day, which is for free, or you can buy the plays at Pick Dogs Premium that are affordably priced every day. This is a next level premium service, and the guys that have been in there are enjoying tremendous profits. 775-636-7674 is the number. Text my guy Costi. He'll figure out a time to talk to you and figure out if the package is for you.
That's right, guys. Get on board and make that call. All right, Jay, as always, great having a show. Also, let everybody know about your jam session, NBA, all games on the board up there in the morning show.
Yep, I cover every single game, every single day on my NBA jam session. Usually drops between 9, 10 o'clock Central Time every day. So in the morning, you guys can catch that in the morning, or you can watch the morning show. That's with me, Mitch, and Ruffalo Monday through Friday. On Mondays and Fridays, Costi pops in, and Wednesdays with Romanelli. So Romanelli will be on the show tomorrow. Excited for that, as we have a huge college hoops card. I'm excited to break that down with the guys in the morning. Should be a really fun show. Make sure you guys tune in for that. You can catch me usually 3 to 4 times a week right here with Tony T in the afternoon, and then I host the weekend shows on the weekend.
That's right, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Jay's live or drops those videos on his rundown, you get them to you right away. All right, Jay, have yourself a good night. Enjoy your stay on St. Mary's Island, because we still can't buy a beat, and we'll talk with you again on the show on Thursday.
I'm going to be watching in the comments, see if anybody wants to jump in with me on St. Mary's. Hey, come join the island, baby. Let's do it, St. Mary's.
You got it, St. Mary's. All right, Jay Briggs here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Still 13. Of course, that's our newest feature here on the drive-thru is Ask the Chat. We ask the chat for their pick, right? That's what we do here is ask the chat for the pick. And tonight, the question, the pick on the drive-thru, the Ask the Chat will be chat pick of the day, Gonzaga and St. Mary's. If you like Gonzaga -3, type A in the chat. If you like B, join Jay. He's the only one on St. Mary's on right now. B, St. Mary's +3. If you like it over 138.5, it's C. Under 138.5, it's D. Get those picks in there. Get those choices in there. I can tell you right now, it is a complete runaway right now with Gonzaga. 13 on Gonzaga -3. Jay is the only one. He's on St. Mary's Island. He's the only one with St. Mary's +3. We got 1 here on the over, 3 on the under. All right, so we'll continue. We'll recap it as we go. We got another one coming in. Another one is on Gonzaga, so that's now 14. Our man Fong Lee is on that one. We've got also Mr. Jones here with the on A, I should say, and an under coming in. And we have found somebody to join Jay on St. Mary's Island. CTJ Entertainment is on St. Mary's, so there is some occupancy on St. Mary's Island as CTJ Entertainment has just joined Jay on the island. So we got 2 right now on St. Mary's, and it's been a pounding right now for Gonzaga, now up to 14 on Gonzaga. Yeah, 14 Gonzaga, 2 on St. Mary's here on the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're going to go ahead and welcome in Wayne Scott. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Coverage here from the Pacer game tonight, so let's bring him in right now. We'll do a little bit of a rundown as well for the games not covered here on the show. We'll bring in Wayne right now. Probably we'll have to move the chains on the graphics, so let's get him in right now, right away. Bring him in, Wayne. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family? Hope y'all doing good out there today.
Yeah, everything's going great, Wayne. So let's get to your game here as we got as we're going through this NBA card. We'll go through some of it too as well. We're going to go right here to Pacers and the Thunder. That is going to be Wayne's pick for the show. We're seeing here the Thunder now down to 5. This game has come down. I saw 7 overnight. I saw 6. Now it's 5.5 point favorites. Total sits 241.
Yeah, and I got in at the price of 6, and get straight to it. I like the Pacers here. Pacers 6-4 in their last 10, and OKC has been rolling 8-2 in their last 10, but not so fast. OKC playing 6 teams under 500 in that 8-2 run, while Pacers playing 3 teams under 500. Pacers have been playing the tougher team in their stretch of basketball. I'm looking at this in more of a playoff perspective. Pacers are 7th. I do expect them to climb in this playoff run higher than the 7th seed they are. And OKC is first in the West. I do expect them to be a top 4 Western Conference team, but I don't expect them to stay first. OKC is coming off a huge blowout win in Memphis. Played very well in that game, but I think the Pacers give them all they can handle in this game. You're giving me a Pacers team which is number 1 in offense. 6 points, and they're playing good defense right now. As far as their last 5, they are top 12 in defense as far as their last 5. And then you top this off with OKC possibly missing Jalen Williams. I've been saying all season he is hands down their second best player, and it's not just the scoring, it's this all-around basketball IQ, his rebounding, the assists and playmaking this guy comes with. Then he'll drop you 32. He'll be right along with Shai with 30. Another reason I like the Pacers here is the Pacers have a huge advantage inside with Turner and Siakam. They're going to pound on Chet Holmgren, no Jalen Williams, possibly to spread them out. Give me this Pacers with this 6, now 5 points, which is okay that it's going down because I honestly think the Pacers have a good chance to win this one outright.
All right, we got Wayne here in this one here on the Pacers here. Well, 5.5 pretty much now is the number everywhere. So this has been the steam move here on the Pacers here, plus down to 5.5 OKC favorite here. And one thing to note here in this game, an interesting discrepancy in the amount of defense played by both teams, but you just see the inside being a big benefit here for the Pacers.
Yes, sir. I definitely see the inside of the Pacers, and we mentioned this. Tony, you mentioned this several times. Benedict Mathurin,
Yeah.
the valuable piece, is coming back off the bench for the Pacers here in this one. And one thing that I failed to mention that I have in my notes is just how well the Pacers have played against OKC. They're 7-3 straight up in their last 10, and 6-4 as far as covering the spread. So they kind of have the OKC's number. OKC is one of them teams that they're a younger team, so when they play these older teams, they kind of run you out the gym. But this Pacers team is a team that can run with OKC. So them going up and down the court with OKC is something they predominantly do all the time. So I just like the way the Pacers match up with them. I like the size advantage that they have, and I like the way the Pacers are playing recently. And as I alluded to at the beginning of all this, I just believe that the Pacers make a run to close the gap some in this Eastern Conference. I don't think they'll stay at 7, and I don't think OKC will stay the first in the West. So it's just one of them games where I think the Pacers close the gap. You giving me them with 6 points, almost 3 possessions, I'm going to take it.
All right, just to clarify there, on Benedict Mathurin, he has been declared out for the season, so he falls off the injury report. He falls off the roster, so you will not see when a player is declared out for the season, they fall off the injury report. So no, Benedict Mathurin is out for the season, going with that surgery for the labrum. Yeah, so just a note there. So the Pacers here plus the 6 here against the Thunder tonight here from Wayne here in the NBA. So let's just do a rundown here with Wayne. We have some time here, and we'll look at some of the games not covered here on the drive-through on this 7-game card. So we'll start it here on the top of the board here with this Knicks and this Knicks and 76ers game. We see the Knicks now from 6.5 coming down a bit here now to 6 here, a total 209.
Yep, same notation in this game, man. Just Knicks where I see them in the playoffs and working with revenge here. I'm riding with the Knicks here. Line movement, I definitely understand where OG's coming back in the lineup. The Sixers team is struggling to score. They're doing all they can defensively. I'll give them that. These guys are still coming and competing defensively. Last time we were on this game, I gave out the under, and it smashed. But this one, I'm rolling with the Knicks here in this one, man. I think they win and cover at home in the revenge spot.
All right, we'll continue here with our rundown. Wizards and Grizzlies, another one. Wizards 2.5 on the road, total 219.
I'm not laying any points with the Wizards. I do think they are the better team, to be honest with you. But Grizzlies, they play well at home. Grizzlies have a scrappy enough defense to just give the Wizards problems. And I like some of the guys on the Grizzlies. These guys have been fighting for roster spots. They know that the Grizzlies will be making moves in the draft and trying to replace some of these guys. So these guys know they got to show what they can do. And I like the way the Grizzlies been competing at home. I'm not laying no points with the Wizards. Give me the home dog in this one.
All right, Rockets and Spurs. We see Rockets 3 on the road, total 222.
Yeah, I'm riding with the Rockets despite how well the Spurs have been playing. Spurs have just been playing a lot of games over this week. They had a cramped schedule this week. I look for the Rockets to come in here and take advantage of the Spurs just playing so many games. Wemby's back. Spurs have been playing pretty good, but I like the Rockets here. They're the overall better team. Good defensive team, and on some nights, Rockets can explode on offense. So against the Spurs defense, I definitely think they come out here and take advantage of some tired legs from the Spurs and get it done.
All right, interesting one tonight here. Celtics back to back with some injuries here. Celtics at the Jazz. Celtics laying 6, total sits 230.5.
As Tony just alluded to, Celtics back-to-back. We know the Celtics, when they do struggle, it's mainly on the road. And we know the Jazz, when they do cover, it's mainly at home. Jazz have been one of the best cover teams over the past 3-4 years. I would love to see this injury report, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Jazz because if these guys don't play, this number may drop even a little bit more. Jazz, outstanding home team. They love to play in that elevation. Despite them, even we seen this last season, even when they try to sit their starters and lose game, they still cover. So don't be scared when you see marketing out some of these guys out because they've like the Magic have stockpiled a lot of good picks, a lot of talent they have to show for it, and I think they can cover this game here.
No Brown, no Horford, no Porzingis here for Boston in this back-to-back spot to close out the road trip. Continue here on our rundown here, joined by by Wayne Scott. We're going to look here as we continue here on this one. We'll have coverage on the Bucks and Kings a little later. And of course, we've already covered the T-Wolves and Clippers. So we've got the rundown complete. We'll cover Bucks and Kings momentarily. All right, Wayne on Pacers +6 against the Thunder, 5.5. Do your line shopping, get the best number. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at pick.com for nice action. Of course, we do have NBA on the board, 7-game card, lots of college hoops. You see all the conference tournament games in action. Vermont in action right now, Mount St. Mary's, Canisius in action, a lot of college hoops, and a few as well on the ice. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
At Pick Dogs Premium, I have my college basketball play today, NBA play today, and my 3-pack with 2 NBAs and a college basketball play. Been a little rocky these last 2 to 3 days, but I'm looking to bounce back. Really love this card. Looking to definitely put some cash in our pockets. You can go over there onto the site and grab that 3-pack or my best bet in the NBA and cash with me tonight. Or you can grab that 3-day, 7-day, and 30-day. Plenty of college basketball action with tournament time. Good NBA game. And I'm also dabbling back in this hockey. Excited for baseball to come up too. So let's get right, guys.
Let's get right and get on board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. No better time to get on board with a long-term pass. You want to try them out for the 7 days, you can do that. And to get all of the Wayne's Premium play for the remainder of the conference tournament action, as well as NBA action on the ice. So go ahead and get signed up. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, save you that 15% off. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Take care, Tony T. I will see you tomorrow, and you catch me this weekend, as Tony will allude to. Boxing series will be dropping soon. Like I said, plenty of fights to come up. Tony reminded us when it first dropped last episode about that Mike Tyson and what's my guy's name?
Jake Paul.
YouTuber. Jake Paul. There you go. That's a pretty exciting fight. So I definitely will be loving to break that down and give you guys my input on that. So stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned to see that. Keep an eye. All eyes will be on, and I'm sure we'll see a lot of this on social media. More so on the Tyson side. We're going to see probably a lot of training videos. I've already seen Tyson without a shirt. So there's going to be a lot of, because there is, and well, for somebody at his age in his late 50s, there's a lot of question marks about someone at that age boxing. And although it is a sports entertainment, it kind of reminds me when Ric Flair had his retirement match and he had to get in shape. So it kind of there'll be a lot of transparency as to Tyson's shape for the fight. Something we don't really see too much in boxing.
Yeah, man. Tyson's a legend, man. I know I'll be in tune. I know a lot of the old heads will be in tune. My age and the younger people will be in tune just to see Tyson get back in that ring again. So Jake Paul, he's done it again, man. He keeps bringing new eyes to the sport of boxing, to the YouTube boxing mix. And, yeah, we're tuned in, man. Who doesn't want to tune in and see Mike Tyson throw a punch at somebody again? And like you said, just the build up to it, it'll be pretty dope. Just watching him train, seeing what he has. Anybody moving like that at that age is exciting to watch.
It will be, and of course, perfect time of the year in late July when nothing's going on but baseball. So you couldn't ask for a better time to do it. All right, Wayne, have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you for having me, and as always, and good luck on all your bets, Pick Dog family.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the drive through. Guys, if you missed a pick, we recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's update you on our chat pick of the day. We always ask a new feature on the drive through is that we ask the chat, give us your pick. And now you're giving it to us in this one. And it's been all Gonzaga here on the chat pick of the day. We're asking you, will it be Gonzaga and St. Mary's? Will it be Gonzaga -3? Well, if it is, hit A. If it's St. Mary's +3, hit B. If you like over 138.5, hit C. Under 38.5, hit D. Right now, it is all Gonzaga. Gonzaga is absolutely pounding St. Mary's. 15 on Gonzaga -3. St. Mary's 2. We found someone on to join St. Mary's Island with Jay. So we found another guy up there. So there's 2 right now on St. Mary's. And right now it has been all Gonzaga in this chat pick of the day. That'll probably be the game, but we'll wait until we're done with the show. We just got another one in. Yes, we did. We just got another Gonzaga in there. So make it our man Andrew Harrison coming in with again 16 on Gonzaga, 2 on St. Mary's. So they are absolutely pounding St. Mary's here on the chat pick of the day. So continue. We'll keep an eye on that. Let's continue here on the drive-thru, guys. we will have. We'll get to my pick, and then we'll get to the recap. We're going to be looking at that Bucks and the Kings game, and we'll get to it right now. Pretty much of a remember that Bucks. The Bucks got the Kings and that late shot right early in the season in that overtime period. I think there's going to be payback here. I like the Kings here, laying the 1 here against the Milwaukee Bucks. Just the Kings' offensive. I know they have their issues defensively, but you got the younger Kings team. I think they're going to try and run the. I know Milwaukee wants to play that slow style. That's how they've been succeeding. But you want to crack the code, run against the Bucks. And we've seen the Bucks historically, even in their championship teams, they've always had trouble on these long West Coast trips. When we get deep into it, we're in the 3rd game on the trip. Now for the Bucks, they've been on the road for a while. I think this is where the fatigue hits, and I think this is where the Kings have to come in, play off the emotion of the crowd, and really run a fast pace and take advantage of their age advantage. Right? They're younger, so take advantage of your age advantage. Hey, that's a new term we might be using in the in NBA handicapping. Age advantage, because if you're going to play fast, you got age advantage here. We know the Bucks again under Doc Rivers. They want to slow it down. I just think that the Kings at home are going to push the pace and push it hard and screw the defense. Just try to outscore them because again, you can try and outscore teams when you have age advantage. Remember, we've seen teams do that against the Lakers too, right? The younger teams with age advantage, just running fast-paced basketball. That's what you're going to see from the Kings. So I like this spot here with the Kings -1 against the Bucks tonight. All right, guys, check out pick.com. We've got a best bet on the board right now from the NBA. Also, got a bet play of the day here from College Hoops up there. Or you're going to get on board with my long-term pass. I have a 3-7 third day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Select when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off, and multi-cap promotions as well, making it even a greater value there. All right, let's close out the poll here, guys, because we're going to ask for something from you in a second. We're closing out the poll right now, and it's going to end right now with unanimous choice here. Big time. Gonzaga -3 is the play from the chat. That'll be the chat pick tonight. Gonzaga -3. We had 16 on Gonzaga -3. We had only 2 souls on St. Mary's. That was Jay, and he was able to find another guy. another occupant on St. Mary's Island to join Jay. 1 on the, if you're looking for a total, we have 1 on the over, 4 on the under. So the under really outperforming the under outperforming the over here in this game. So far under and Gonzaga, big margin there in the picks, guys. So that is the chat play of the day here would be on Gonzaga. All right, that's going to do it here for this segment. So we got through our chat play of the day. So now we're going to ask you guys, go ahead in the chat and put in your best bets. Put your best bets in the chat, and we'll read them off here at the end of the show. Let's get to the recap for today. All right, Alex came in with Siena Niagara under 130.5. We're looking for Damon. Tony Brown was a late scratch, but he liked Celtics Jazz under 230.5. Shane was on BC. Boston College plus 2.5 against Miami. We had Jay here on the Timberwolves plus the 6.5 against the Clippers. We had Wayne here on the Pacers plus 6 against Thunder. I will be here on the Sacktown on Sacramento Kings here -1 here against the Bucks. I'll join Alex on that under with Siena and Niagara tonight. And that's going to do it for this edition here of the Drive Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. Bring our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chef Place. They'll go through their plays in real time. And of course, before anything else, get your best bets in the chat, and we'll read them off at the end of the show. So put your best bets now in the chat. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive Thru. And of course, remember, tune into the morning show during the week. It's 10:30 a.m. each time. You got Mitch, you got Jay. Of course, you've got Chris in there as well. Video series here. Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Bane Tools show is roundtable discussion with professionals. His short series that now are appearing on the channel, as well as Jay's NBA Jam session, weekend host as well. Chris, around the league from the NHL, his individual pick videos. More video series, including Rod. Rod has his NHL A to Z, every game on the board from the NHL, as well as his NHL parlay. Ron Rabanelli coming in with his college basketball breakdown. You get a pick from college basketball, every game on the board. We've got also prop shop, as well as UFC rundown from Mills. Shorts from both Brad and Javon with parlays on the channel, so you want to keep an eye on that. All access with Big Al McMorty. Sharp trading plays with Costi against the public betting here with Dana Lane. Also, we got contrarian sharp angle plays here with our man Brian Bittler, and of course boxing video series with Wayne Scott. So lots of content here on the guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. So when you're with us, you get the plays right away. All right, before we go here, guys, let's get your best bets. We know the chat pick of the day was going to be on Gonzaga. That's the chat pick of the day. So we have the best bets tonight. So let's read off the best bets right now. Chad coming in with, he got a late vote in there for St. Mary, so add another one of the St. Mary side from Chad. Chad likes Boston first half team total over 60.5 from Chad in the chat. Ramon likes BC with Shane. Also, we've got, let's see here. What else we've got? Let's kick an eye here. Andrew Harrison, team total over 76ers, over 100.5 76ers team total tonight. Nicholas Handy liking the Canes, Sabres, and Panthers. Sixers money line from James Thrower. Also, our man Chris White Thunder, Montana State minus the 5.5 there. Okura likes Knicks, Phillies over the total there as well. And Thunder Buddies from Will G coming in with his chat pick, with his show pick. J-Man 45, OKC Knicks money line plus 105. Looks like that's a money line parlay there from our man J-Man 45. And Matt D likes OKC, LAC Clippers, LA Clippers money line plus 100 money line parlay there from Matt D. Guys getting in their chat play of the day. Appreciate everybody's contributions. You guys make the show a lot of fun. And of course, when you guys are able to, post your picks and of course enter in our chat pick of the day, and we can follow everything here. So great job, everyone. That's going to do it for our show. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. Bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs Sports Chat Place. They love their plays for you there in real time. So let's go ahead and bring in our crew. Anyway, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch